We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with healthcare and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning.
All right, bull runners, hope you guys are having a great Sunday. So the crypto market is bouncing heavily right now after Trump made this post on Truth Social saying a U.S. crypto reserve will elevate this industry after years of corrupt attacks by the Biden administration, which is why my executive order on digital assets directed by the Presidential Working Group to move forward on a crypto strategic reserve will include XRP, Solana, ADA. Let's go. I will make sure the U.S. is the crypto capital of the world. We're making America great again. Now, and obviously he followed up with this saying Bitcoin and Ethereum and other valuable cryptocurrencies will be on the heart of the reserve. He also loves Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you guys didn't watch my video I made yesterday about Trump's meeting with Zelensky, well, he posted this on Truth Social, resharing Michael McCoon's post as well too about the truth of what's actually taking place. And in this video, what we're going to talk about is what's taking place in the crypto market specifically with ADA, with XRP, with Solana, with Total 3, the entire crypto market cap, and what's about to happen for this entire industry that we've been prepping for. Trump on spending cuts, the U.S. debt clock and what Doge is uncovering, the first ever crypto summit happening this Friday, what USDT just did that is going to send altcoins to the moon, and some other bullish news that you need to know. If you guys not only want to make money in the crypto market, but if you want to preserve your wealth long term, comment 777 if you're feeling blessed, if you're feeling bullish, and if you're going to become the first millionaire in your family tree, confirm it by tapping the subscribe button. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So with XRP, Solana, ADA, Bitcoin, and Ethereum officially announced, there's going to be some other projects announced as well too, but the Swiss National Bank rejected Bitcoin for reserves, and the decision was based on Bitcoin's high volatility, lack of liquidity for monetary policy needs, and security risks associated with its software-based nature. Now, Bitcoin maxis and Bitcoin bulls are going to debate and say that that's not true, but the fact of the matter is this: if Trump is saying ADA, Solana, and XRP, well then that's literally telling us what altcoins they're planning on kickstarting altcoin season with. And so those of you guys that saw this dip as an opportunity to accumulate some XRP are being rewarded right now. Even if you bought XRP, if you didn't catch the low at $1.95 or like $2, even if you got some at $2.20, you'd be up over 20%, 30% right now. Now, I do have a warning for you guys as well too on the short term, because a lot of retail are going to come back into the market and they're going to FOMO in right now. And while this is bullish for these projects long term, in the short term, you have to know how to look at key indicators like this. For example, on the hourly for XRP, the relative strength index is at 87 right now on the hourly in overbought conditions. Now, it doesn't mean on the macro, for example, if we zoom out, like on the 2 hour, we need to look for confluence here. And there's confluence, it's at 87, overbought conditions. So let's go to the 4 hour and then let's go to the day. It's at 82, so overbought conditions. Now let's go on the daily. The daily, however, is not over 80. It's at 60 right now. But the key to understand here is we've been in a downtrend on the relative strength index since the 2nd of December. And right now we are at this descending resistance right here on the daily for the relative strength index. And with this massive green candle coming in off of this news right here, in my opinion, unless there is back-to-back bullish announcements over the next few days, we need to see XRP close above this critical zone of resistance right here and hold it as support. If this doesn't happen, well then the RSI could potentially get rejected from this descending resistance right here. So on the macro, yes, accumulating XRP down at these levels, incredibly smart move. Now, a lot of people that are coming in and accumulating XRP right now on this bullish news, these are the types of people that get wrecked constantly, guys, because they wait for bullish news like this, instead of subscribing to the channel and watching what I'm sharing with you in these videos to understand how to read the charts like this and look for the best possible entry points when key indicators are in oversold conditions. For example, look at Cardano as well too. On the 2 hour right here, the RSI is all the way upwards of 90, the highest that it's been since the 10th of November. And usually on the average, when we see the relative strength index, on whether it's the 2 hour, the 3 hour, 4 hour, or the daily, see on the daily right here, the RSI is at 69. So the more that we zoom out, the more oversold that the indicator is going to be, just because we've been selling off since the 4th of December. But if we zoom in, if you want the best possible entry points, personally, I'm not entering into Cardano right now because I would expect this to pull back within this range right here. We did clear the resistance of like 83 cents. As you guys can see, it was support all the way back here on the 20th of December, right here as well too, at the beginning of January, the middle of January and the end of January, and then we broke the support right here, then we treated it as resistance. So when these levels flip, there's support as like the floor of the house, resistance as the roof of the house. When the support gets hit multiple times and breaks the floor, now it acts as the ceiling. And so we can see resistance right here. And so Cardano was getting slapped back from 80 cents within the zone of resistance. And then with this news right here, it pumped it right through it. So we raised the roof, and now it's going to act as the floor again. And so if Cardano comes back within this level, we would want to see this hold before continuing higher. So personally, I'm not entering into any Cardano right now just because on the 2 hour, the relative strength index is at 91. If we zoom out here on the 4 hour, we're at 88 right now, overbought conditions. Now on the daily, we are at 69. Sure, we could continue higher in the short term, but we can even see if I just clear the chart right here, this candle is already pulling back from a high of $1.15. So we got rejected from this resistance right here on the 6th of January and the 17th of January. So now the most likely scenario for Cardano, XRP, and ADA is to just range. And we want to see this level right here hold as support at roughly 80 to 83 cents. And so for the next few days, I would expect these cryptos to range, potentially sell off a little bit, unless some more bullish news comes into the market. But this is the most bullish news that we can get from Trump about XRP, Solana, and ADA. And Solana is pumping as well too. We saw Solana break this descending resistance right here. Now, I do have a warning for you guys as well on Solana, because when the tides rise, so do all ships. With these three projects, look at the relative strength index on the hourly here. It's at 85. So in the short term, we are in overbought conditions. We are also coming in contact with the support that is now resistance from the 20th of December, the 23rd of December. You guys can see here as well too on the 13th, 14th of January. We wicked off of it on the 3rd of February as well too. And you see when we consolidated at it for a bit and then we broke it, now we're rallying back up into this zone right here. So unless there's more bullish news that comes in to pump Solana up above this range right here to hold it as support, what I would expect is for Solana to range alongside this descending resistance to come back down for a higher low, and then more liquidity to get injected into the market to do something like this. And so what I would want to see is I would want to see the RSI come back down a little bit, because as you can see, there's this ascending support right here. So I would expect the RSI to come back, anywhere between 60 to 70 for Solana, and then to put in some type of higher low. It would be great to see it hold this descending resistance if we don't hold where we're at right now and we see a further sell-off to the downside. Because right now, if we look at total 3, the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin, compare it back to the past, we saw this happen before. I brought this up in previous videos and I said, watch guys, this support right here is going to act as a strong level of demand that gets bought up, and that's exactly what we saw happen. Similar to what we saw happen back here in December of 2020. Now, we saw this bounce from right here. We also saw a bounce on the relative strength index of 37, and on the left-hand side of the screen, the RSI bounced at 31. So we were in more oversold conditions than we were back in 2020 going into 2021. And this consolidation phase that we're going through right now is longer than this consolidation phase. So there are some key differences here. However, there are some similarities as well too. And the main similarity is that when we break a previous range high of resistance right here, it then acts as support. So we break a previous range high that was resistance, and then it acts as support right here. And it acts as support right here. So what we're going to go through, in my opinion, I could be wrong here, over the next few weeks and few months, is this right here. And it could be choppy, right? We could pull back a little bit and then range sideways as we work our way through here for a little bit before the next liquidity injection comes into the market. Similar to what happened all the way back here from like the 6th of July until like November 2024. It took some time to get out of this level. You know, when we see lower highs and lower lows, unless you have macro patience and you're buying the low, the risk of doing that is you could be catching a falling knife and it could get even lower because we haven't put in a higher high and we haven't seen a trend reversal yet. So currently on the left-hand side of the screen, we haven't seen a trend reversal yet because we haven't cleared roughly $950 billion, which is the high of the 14th of February. So we're still in a downtrend right now. As you guys can see, we've been putting in lower highs since the 9th of December. So there was the high of the rally from December. Then we put in a lower high right here. Then we put in a lower high right here. So we're still at a lower high even with this bullish news from Trump. Now, the real question is if this is the lowest low right here in March at about $750 billion, which simultaneously backtests the previous range high. If that is the lowest low, then the most likely case scenario is we range for a little bit and we just put in higher lows until we see a break of resistance, hold it as support, which would signal the first phase of a trend reversal, which is a higher high than the previous high. So the main high that we need to clear to give me a sign that alt season is coming much sooner than everyone expects is for us to clear $950 billion. So right now we're at $910 billion. If we don't clear $950 billion, just expect this range to play out a little bit longer. That's my thoughts here. But it is a good thing on the RSI that we cleared the high of 14th of February, 47. We're sitting at 55 right now. So I would just expect the RSI to chop within this range right here and then continue higher. And even if we come back down for a double bottom, somewhere around $700-ish billion, that would just be a better entry point, because why would you want to buy into massive pumps and massive rallies like this while we are in oversold conditions or overbought conditions on these key indicators? I mean, look at this massive green candle. Anytime we see massive green candles like this, yes, it gets you all fired up. It gets the blood pumping. I get it. But you need to ground yourself here, okay? Because we've seen this time and time again on the price charts when the RSI gets all the way up here. So on the daily for XRP, it is good that the RSI isn't above 70 or 80 right now, but we are in contact with this descending resistance. So that's something to note, guys. And also, this is why we want to watch total 3 as well too, and wait for a clearing of $950 billion as the previous high to give us a sign that we're going to continue higher. Because until then, it's just going to be choppy and it's going to be like this from what we saw from the low of the 23rd of December on that back test all the way through January, where we saw these massive price swings and dips of 10 to 15% every single day. So because the crypto market is very volatile, we're going to see days where we're up, 10, 20, 30%. In ADA's case, 63% as it performed the best out of those three, XRP at 34%, and then Solana performed the third best. And as you can see right here on coinmarketcap.com, we see some other projects doing very well too. I mean, Dogecoin's up 14%, XLM's up 18%, HBAR's up 14%, Chainlink up 17%. So if you guys want to see which projects we're the most bullish on, then you can click the link in the description below, join Altcoin Pro University with over 1,000 members right now. And your first step would be to go into the community, introduce yourself. We have 5,400 comments right here. Go through the Altcoin Pro University library, and you could scroll through, chat with other people in the community as well too, and then go through the classroom right here to better educate yourself on the crypto market. And we're going to have ongoing altcoin picks, market updates, different announcements, DeFi yield picks, airdrop picks, ongoing crypto news, because these videos right here, they take more time to make. So if you want real-time news and updates, Altcoin Pro University is where you go for those. Plus, if you want to get your questions answered from our research team, then you go to the Q&A section right here. And there's weekly calls with our research team talking about the state of the market and also to catch up on crypto if there's anything that you missed every single Monday and every single Thursday. So the next call is tomorrow, so you guys can join right now. It's only $97 a month, pay as you go, no contract, no commitment. We have a 30-day money back guarantee. So within 30 days, if you're not happy for whatever reason, or if you don't make any money, worst case scenario, you'll learn something new, you get your money back. Best case scenario, you completely change your life through what you're going to learn inside. Because the market is moving so fast that you need real-time updates on top of what you're getting on these YouTube videos, because these YouTube videos are more so for mindset, daily news as well too, but the time that it takes to record a video, when the news comes out, edit it, upload it, but then it's hours later. So you need real-time guidance, real-time updates. That's what Altcoin Pro is for. Now, look at this, guys. Trump on spending cuts. At this stage, getting all this lashback from the left and the media, he's got to be immune at this point and just overall just done with their nonsense.
The spending bill that passed last night aims to cut $2 trillion.
Right.
Can you guarantee that Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security will not be touched?
Yeah, I mean, I have said it so many times, you shouldn't be asking me that question. Okay? This will not be read my lips. It won't be read my lips anymore. We're not going to touch it. Now, we are going to look for fraud. I'm sure you're okay with that, like people that shouldn't be on people that are illegal aliens and others, criminals in many cases. And that's with Social Security. We have a lot of people. You see that immediately when you see people that are 200 years old that are being sent checks for Social Security. Some of them are actually being sent checks. So we're tracing that down, and I have a feeling that Pam is going to do a very good job with that. But you have a lot of fraud.
And so the Department of Government Efficiency is uncovering that fraud. And there's $154 billion through the Doge clock from the U.S. national debt that they are uncovering that, like he just said, going to people who are over 200 years old. That is ridiculous. So with the Doge dividend, if that goes through, that would be the next major bullish catalyst in the market. Similar to what happened, if I go back to the chart here for Total 3, the CARES Act, guys, if you remember back in the 2021 bull run, the CARES Act was passed by Congress on March 25th and signed into law by Donald Trump March 27th of 2020. Right here, right after COVID, when the market was at $44 billion. And so when you guys saw that happen, that was the major signal to start entering into the crypto market because they were just going to give stimulus to every single American. And where were Americans going to use that stimulus for? Well, number one, for their rent or their mortgage or food or bills. And they were going to pay off their cell phone bill. They were going to pay for gas. That was number one. But number two, who owns those companies? Who owns the mortgage? The banks. Who owns the cell phone company? You got Verizon, AT&T, etc. Who owns the gas companies? The wealthy, basically. And what do the wealthy do when they're now receiving more money in their accounts from the American people to pay back their bills? Well, they put it into commodities. They put it into the market. They invest in gold, silver, stock market, and especially the crypto market. And that's exactly what happened. The market went from $50 billion all the way upwards of $1 trillion. Now, there were some other major catalysts that caused that. It wasn't just the CARES Act. It was obviously global liquidity as well, too. And it was the perfect storm for that eruption in the market. So for right now, with this recent pullback, if we see the Doge dividend go through, well, where's a percentage of the $155 billion going to go? Where do you guys think? Do you think that's going to go into the crypto market with Trump making announcements right now on Truth Social that he's creating a strategic crypto reserve with altcoins? I mean, any person with common sense can put two and two together here. This is the easiest opportunity to make money in your lifetime. And if you fumble the bag here with this one, guys, there's nothing I can do to help you out. So breaking news just hit. Trump will speak at the first ever crypto summit this Friday. Industry leaders, investors, and policymakers will gather to discuss the future of Bitcoin, crypto regulations, and digital asset adoption in the US. This is going to be the turning point for pro-crypto policies. And at the same time, too, another 1 billion USDT was printed. This is uber bullish right now, guys. Anytime that stablecoins get put out there from Tether's treasury, we go higher. And if we look at the chart right here, this is really interesting. USDT's market cap dominance, what percentage of the whole industry Tether holds, compared to the crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, this is total 3 on the bottom of the chart. And if we were to mark up with this vertical yellow dotted line right here, when the bottom of the bear market was in for total 3, and we were all the way down here on the 26th of the December at $277-ish billion. Look at where Tether's market cap dominance was. It was at a high of 9%. And so since the bear market was in, we started recovering out of the bull market. Tether's been in a downtrend. So we see this descending resistance right here that Tether has been slapped back from multiple times. The most recent time was right here on the 5th of August. Coincidentally enough, that's when Total 3 bottomed out at this massive wick. And then we saw Tether make one attempt at another high, but it was a lower high at 6% right here, getting rejected from this descending resistance. And then that was Total 3 working its way through this range. So this is what I think we're going to go through right now, because look at what just happened for Tether's market cap dominance. It got rejected from this descending resistance at 5.7%, putting in a lower high during this bull run, while the market puts in a higher low for this recent local low on the 3rd of February and then also the 24th of February. So we're on the weekly chart right here. So this is macro, guys. This is extremely bullish. And so what I would expect to happen is similar to what we saw happen here by the 2nd of September. Maybe USDT makes an attempt to clear this descending resistance again, comes back up to 5%, consolidates here for a little bit, and then drops off of a shelf while the altcoin market works its way through this range right here and chops, just like I showed you, and then breaks to the upside while Tether's dominance drops. This is what I would expect. Now, I could be wrong here. but it'd be the perfect storm of opportunity and be right in line with what's happened every single bull market cycle. On top of that, Ripple's lawsuit versus the SEC should be dismissed any day now. If Donald Trump is saying XRP is a part of the strategic crypto reserve and the SEC is dropping their lawsuit against Coinbase, Consensus, Uniswap, even Richard Hart, Hex's founder, I mean, come on, guys. They pretty much have to get rid of the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit at this point. And Congress backed Judge Torres' ruling that XRP is not a security. So Ripple just partnered with South Korean custodian BDACS to offer institutional grade custody for XRP and RLUSD. So strong custody solutions are key for institutional trust. This move strengthens XRP position for institutional adoption. Even though it's in South Korea, this is going to be happening in the United States with the government. Even Trump's son, Eric Trump, warned us. He said, buy the dips here on February 25th. And that's exactly what a degen did. A degenerate opened a 50x long for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum at 2,200, Bitcoin at $86,000, 123 million on Ethereum and 72 million on Bitcoin. And this just in a leverage trade on Hyperliquid this morning just closed. Literally insider crime, this person is saying, crypto home from someone who had insider information from Trump's administration. So could that be true? We'll see. Either way, the moral of the story here is we are going so much higher. Here's the XRP whale map to show you where you are and how much you should be stacking. Now, I'm not going to tell you to buy XRP or sell XRP. I just provide you with the news. It's not financial advice. Crypto is risky. You could still lose money in these markets. In fact, you probably will lose money unless you go to altcoinpro.com, join Altcoin Pro University and properly educate yourself on how to protect your income along with making money in the market. But I make no guarantees because everyone comes to this industry with different goals, different income levels, different expectations. And some people still need to work on their emotions when investing because they lead with FOMO, the fear of missing out, or FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And they sell at lows and they buy at highs. So that's why we make these videos every single day, to give you a better understanding of the market so you can learn how to read charts. And if you want further education, obviously link in the description below. But a big whale, 100,000 plus XRP. A whale would be 50,000 plus XRP. A shark, 10,000. Dolphin, 5,000. A fish is 1,000. Octopus is 500. A crab, 100 XRP. A shrimp, 50 XRP. A worm, 10 XRP. And then anything less than a worm would probably just be like plankton on the side of a rock. And if you don't hold XRP, you're a barnacle or you're a plankton pretty much. So comment below, what are you guys? Are you a whale, a big whale, a shark, dolphin, fish, octopus, crab, shrimp, worm, or crustacean? Because one of the main questions that I get every single day is how much XRP should I hold? And the answer is as much as you can possibly fit in the back of your truck, because you need to grab the buckle up your seats, back up the truck into the bank, grab the bags, pack them and stack them, leave no bags left behind because the spending power of the dollar is going down in value. That's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology has been going up in interest and adoption. That's also a fact. And I've been yelling from the top of my lungs to help you guys prepare and make as much money as humanly possible, because together we're all running to the top. So I will see you on the next video. I will see you through the link in the description below. You can go to bullrunners.com, altcoinpro.com. Check out what we're doing. We'll help you make so much money. It's not even funny. You won't know what to do with yourself. You're going to be so happy because you're going to be winning on such a big level. I will see you guys on the next video. I will see you on bullrunners.com. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.